Coach, talk a little bit about this year's ball club, a brand new season, a brand new reason. It's media day, and what we can expect from your football team.
Yeah, like you said, brand new season. A lot of new guys. A lot of new guys from the transfer portal. And again, I wasn't big on the transfer portal at first, but then after I started seeing what everybody else was grabbing from the portal, I had to change my mind really, really quick, And we went out, coaching staff went out and got some guys that definitely that's going to help us out. And I'll start with offensively. We went out and got Jaden Johnson from Oklahoma, QB. Can sling the ball, can do what he needs to do. He's a little different than Trayvon. Trayvon more that slashy runner, thrower, and Jaden just the opposite. He can run it, but he can spin it just as good. So, we got the backfield where we are loaded. Ahmad Antoine, who we missed last year, the last 2 games of the season, who I thought had we had him, we would have been playing in that championship game, because that kid is one of the hardest workers that in college football that I've been around in a long time. And I'm not saying it lightly, because I've been around some great guys, at the University of Miami that knows how to work hard. And what I'm trying to do is bring that culture there to these young men this year, being in my second year, but my first recruiting class. So trying to get those guys all to gel together, I think it's going to help us win championships. Again, we got the backfield loaded. Caleb Johnson coming in from Valley. Ronald Young, a big 6'2", out of Louisiana area, young freshman. Connor Wisham, freshman last year, had a lot of playing time. Arrington Taylor on the front line, Kobe Lewis on the front line, veteran there. So switching over to defense, again, we kind of revamped that deal there. We went out and got some D linemen, being one of the guys that I played with some great teams at the Miami D-line, with the Oilers D-line, Carolina. Very important that we address that problem. So we went and got some dudes from transfers from Villanova, Kilgore, all over. And we know that these guys are going to come in and help us. So we want to be able to transition 2 groups, 2.5 groups if possible, so we can keep everybody fresh. One of my pet peeves was, again, secondary, and going in and trying to revamp that deal we thought was going to be pretty difficult, because everybody wants some good corners. We got lucky, Freddie Bird from Pearl Rivers, 6'1", 6'2.5", 6'1.5" can run. A little skinny, we just got to put some weight on him. But, the thing I love about these guys in the secondary, Ahmad Robinson from Arkansas State, another 6-foot kid. They love football, and when I say love football, they love to play man-to-man. And that's what we've been trying to do the last several years, but just haven't had the talent back there to do it. Now that we've got it, Stacy Brown from Mizzou, got hurt last year, ACL, coming back this year, should help us out big time in the secondary at the safety spot, along with Bryce Turner from Jones Community College 2 years ago. So we got some dudes, again, that's going to come in and help us out. Now we just got to put it together as a group.
Coach, the transfer portal and NIL, why are those 2 concepts challenging, but yet they can be a blessing in college football?
Challenging, again, because now we're recruiting to keep our own guys there. Just say, for instance, now just throw out a name, Stacy, who's a safety, or Trayvon, who could have left. They make all conference. Now you got, the Southland School, big FCS schools, some Power 5 schools, looking at these kids trying to come now get them from us, and they want to go big time. At the same time, we're trying to get guys from other school Power 5s that are coming down, nobody's talking about, but they mentioned the guys that are leaving our facilities, leaving our Swac schools and going big time. So that's the challenging part. But again, at the same time, we as coaches got to do our due diligence, and bring in those guys to replace the ones that are leaving, and that are going on to help other schools. So if we can pinpoint, a gentleman or athlete that's going to come in and take over and not miss a beat, no, we should be fine. I think we did just that this year, and I say we being Prairie.
Coach Dooley left his stamp on this program, and then he went over to Southern. You came in here and set your foundation, and we saw some the solidify of that foundation last year. This year, it's a bright future.
It is.
Talk a little bit about moving into year 2.
Yeah, year 2 is exciting because, again, it's my first recruiting class, and as I mentioned earlier, we went out. I thought we have gone out and the coaching staff and got these young men that are going to come in and help us win games. And we've talked about last year, finishing, and that's what we haven't done. We've been there even with Coach Dooley against Jackson State in the Swac Championship. We didn't finish fourth quarter, so we ended up losing. Game we should have won. Coming back last year, we had 3 games. All we had to do was win 1. We lost all 3. Alcorn, double overtime. They've done that to us 2 years in a row. And we've always talked about finishing the game, and the only way you can finish the game is to play a full 4 quarters of football to that last second tick off the clock, and we just haven't been doing that for whatever reason. And I think going forward this year, bringing in the guys that we brought in, it's going to challenge those guys in front of them right now. So now we got guys that's going to compete. And as I told them, last year, I said, look, we're going to do things a little different. I gave you the opportunity my first year. We got started a little late. We tried to do it your way, but now we're going to do it my way. We're going to go back to the old Jimmy Johnson way. We're going to compete. Guys going to compete, and may the best man win their position. And I don't care if he was a starter last year. And if that guy comes in and beat you out, we're gonna play him, because that's the only way we're gonna win games this year.
Coach, how important is week 1 and what happens in between now and looking to earn a W in week 1?
Oh, it's crucial, because again, we play against Texas Southern, West Side, conference game. As I told guys, that can either make or break our season. So we got to understand that, going into this game, as good and as well as they finished last year, they finished strong last year. They got them ranked ahead of us this year in the West. So, I know, as I told guys, I want them to have that chip on their shoulder. We got to go in, set a standard, that, hey, we come to play, we come to win this game, and not give them a chance to come back like we did last year. And again, if we do that and play 4 quarters of football, I think we'll be fine. But that's a crucial game, and we know Coach McKinnon's going to have these guys ready to go. That's what he do.
Thank you, Coach.